cornea anatomical structure. In our previous videos, we discussed about different optical elements of our eye. But for example, for cornea, we just explained that it has some refractive index. We consider it as a bulk optical element. But right now, we want to take a look at the details of that part of our eye, which is a very important part of our eye. It has it acts as a refractive part of our eye. Both cornea and lens, both of them are refractive parts of our eyes. As you can see in this image, it has different layers. We start from the air, which is outside of our eye, and the first surface is a tear film. That in the next slide, I'm going to explain why that surface is important. We have epithelium, the next surface, and the rest of the surface is important, but the most important one is a stroma, which include 90% of our eye. And then after the last surface, we have aqueous humor, which I'm going to explain it maybe next video. The thickness of the tear film is 4 to 7, epithelium is 50, stroma is 500 microns. So as I said, that's a huge part of our eye, our cornea. And the total thickness is estimated by 580. In different articles, I saw different numbers like 550, but there is no constant number for those kind of parameters because it very depend on different age, different people, and a lot of parameters, but all of those numbers are average over a lot of actually people. So we can consider 580 for now, and this part of our eye, the part that is transparent in front of our eye and acts like a window to the outside world, is cornea. So right now I'm going to talk about why tear film is very important. So as I said, the thickness is 4 to 7, very thin film. The refractive power of that thin film is very small because by nature it's a very thin layer, but it has a huge impact on the transparency of cornea, because when the cornea is dry, because of the surface roughness, we cannot see well. So the cornea acts like a very thin film on that layer to make the surface roughness, make them smoother, that the light is not scattered. So that's the reason I said tear film is a very important optical element of our eye, and the reason it can moisture the cornea, it actually decrease the friction between eyelid and cornea, and it smooths the surface epithelial cells, and it reduces surface irregularities. So just to make it simplified, as you can see, the cell surface are not very flat. We have some irregularities, but the thin film fill all irregularities and make it like a flat surface. In other words, minimize the scattering from that surface. And it is very essential for clear vision because it's clear any outside particle that can block or scatter the light, and it has a huge impact on maintaining visual clarity. Epithelium is another part of our eye that protects the rest of the cornea by providing a barrier against water, large molecules, and toxic substance that goes to the cornea. And as I mentioned, stroma comprises 90% of our eye, of the cornea thickness. So that part should be very clear because the light is passing through that part of our eye, and we should not have that much of scattering. Thank you very much. Here are some references that I used.